The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
This is the Eagles Sports Network. I'm the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier, alongside Carson-Newman, I guess we'll call second-year senior catcher, KaraLynne Levi. Levi, congrats. All-conference preseason honors from the South Atlantic Conference. This has been a weird year. What's it mean to you to start out your second senior season, your surprise senior season with preseason accolades from the league?
Yeah, it's great. There's definitely a bunch of obstacles, but I'm just so grateful to be here and that I was given this opportunity, and we're just taking it, running with it.
You look at what goes down over the last, I guess we'll call it 10 months. You're playing a doubleheader at King and driving back, and all of a sudden there's no more sports. What was the thought process for you as an education major to return to school, finish out your softball eligibility while also preparing to enter the workforce as one of the most noble professions out there as a teacher? Yeah,
so when it first happened, there was a lot of unknowns. So all our seniors, we just enjoyed the bus ride back together because there was a lot of unknowns. We didn't know what was going to happen. Taylor had her thing to go to with PT school. Abby was leaning towards going to teach, which she did. And me and Lacey, we just didn't know. And so we just sat back on it, prayed about it, thought about it, and now we're here. It kind of works out better for me. I know COVID's not a blessing that many times, but it was for me to get to be here in the education department in the graduate level, which is the best around here. So I'm just so grateful to be here.
I think you bring up something that everybody probably needs to stop and take a breath at and look for the silver linings in this. I mean, for me, I got more time with my toddler than I ever would have. For you, it's an opportunity to further your education in a way that you might not have had the opportunity otherwise. How did you utilize the extra time, not just in the classroom, but to get yourself ready for a second crack at a senior year when your first time out, you look at the numbers, you think, oh, KaraLynne Levi, that's a first-team all-conference performer, a potential preseason All-American, but because you didn't finish the season, not the case. Kind of go on 2 years ago. How did you use this extra time to gear up for a second go-around?
So the gyms were closed at first, and if anybody knows my daddy, that was not an excuse. And so we have a big pasture with our horses, and it's got some gravel. And so me and my sister, we lifted telephone poles and heavy buckets of rocks all summer until the gyms opened. If you want me to be honest, we flipped telephone poles, we pressed them, we squatted them, everything. I mean, Madison's just as strong as me, so we were doing the same thing. We got there, and then finally, gym started opening up. We got into our routine. We have an awesome hitting coach at home that me, Madison, Katie Eakes go to. So he sacrificed to be there for us, so that's what we've been doing.
If this season goes well for you, I think you might have a patent on some new potential workouts if you're hitting north of 400 again. What's it like to come back, again, kind of as a surprise? You and Lacey Rhinus have been a pair for your previous 4 years here, and well before that, both as Murfreesboro natives. How much of your decision impacted her? How much of her decision impacted you? And how glad are you to wrap up your career with one of the best ever pitched for Carson-Newman after she pitched to you for so long?
I think it's definitely comforting that we're both here. We're both in the same exact situation. We know each other like the back of our hands. I mean, we played together since we were about 10, and it's just a comfort thing out there in the field.
What's this team have to do to get ready, hopefully? That's a phrase that has been uttered far too often in these interviews. Hopefully you're on the field on February 5th at the Charger Chill Out. What is the top thing to do to prepare to succeed here about 10 days from now?
Definitely have to just go with the obstacles that are in front of us. They're going to be there. It's just going to be how we bounce back from them. We definitely got to stay healthy, which we're doing a pretty good job of, wearing a mask and social distancing and practice and stuff. With the weather today, we just got to roll with that. Another obstacle to add to the list. We're having a great time together, which is half the battle. So,
how much of that attitude is born from what happened last year and what everybody has undergone over the last 10 months.
Yeah, well, I know in Leah's previous interview, she nailed it on the head, that we know how easily it can be taken away from us and how we felt when that happened. And now we're just so grateful to be here that we're not going to take it for granted.
All right, Levi, thanks for the time. Congrats on the preseason honors.
Thank you.
That's senior catcher KaraLynne Levi. I'm the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier, and this is the Eagles Sports Network.